Hey guys, how are you? Yeah, what is going on tonight? Let me say thank you so much for tuning in tonight. This is Memorial Day, so happy Memorial Day to all of you guys. I want to know, how was your Memorial Day? How was your holiday? Did you eat good? Did you go to some barbecues? Did you honor those who have served our country and have lost their lives? 'Cause that's what Memorial Day is. I don't know why people always get Memorial Day mixed up with Veterans Day, honey. It's really weird. Memorial Day obviously is not like, because I see a lot of people saying to all the soldiers, all the veterans, happy Memorial Day. No, like Memorial Day is for those who have passed on, either in the field of battle, or from injuries from battle, or who just served and died of natural causes. Those are who we're honoring for Memorial Day. So I hope people know that. It's really weird because a lot of people always say, "Oh, it's all the false." No, it's not for soldiers who are still alive. Okay, it's for those we have lost. So we are definitely honoring those who have lost, who we've lost, and that is a good. Let me shout out the people that joined on so far. We have the Queen with Experience. We have Darlena Rose, Drew the Picture, who is our awesome independent artist spotlight for today. Molly Mizal, what's up? The World Is Yours radio show. That's actually Dre. Thank you for joining on tonight. And JB, as always, it's a pleasure to see you on and tuning in. I am doing well. I am enjoying myself. You see that I'm actually sharing the spotlight with someone today. My friend. Yes, honey, that's all me, honey. Look at that lusciousness. Ooh, yeah. And what are y'all tuning into? Y'all are tuning into Think Different TV episode 22. Episode 22. Yes, we're making it, honey. We are getting through. We are working it, and it is hosted by the one, the only LaShia. Okay, and that is me. Mwah. Hello, how are you? I'm feeling feisty today. I'm feeling like what's her name? I'm feeling like, why can't I think of her name? I'm feeling like the young lady who played on, the one that played the mom of everybody. Jennifer Lewis. That's what I'm feeling like, honey. And guess what? She Aquarius, just like me. And sometimes she be wearing her fro and everything like that. I feel like her. I feel feisty, honey. I feel successful. I feel like, oh, woman. But thank you for tuning in to Think Different TV. All of those who've been rocking out with me from day one, and all of those who are just joining into the fold, thank you so much. This is for education and entertainment purposes. I just want to put that out there. So a little bit of edutainment coming at you, boom, 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 boom. And it is hosted by your girl LaShia, and Think Different TV could not be made possible without my sponsors. So let's get into it. Our sponsors are Anointed Ads. Anointed Ads is an award-winning graphic design and website company. 14 years in the making, over 100 websites created, including his own, right? www.anointedads.com. www.anointedads.com. So go and check him out, right? He created the flyer for Think Different TV. All right. He's also created flyers for me in the past for my financial business. So you just know an anointed ad when you see it, because it has eye-catching designs. It just pops right off the page at you, pops off the screen at you. So you just know, it's just like, Just like that. You see that? Just like that. That's how it would be popping off the page and off the screen to you, honey. And he's such an amazing guy. He is very professional. When you're ready to get started on your project, getting a website done, getting a flyer done for your business or your event, you can definitely hit him up at 609-534-0237. Okay, I'm going to say that number again because I feel like it's a little loud outside. 609-534-0237. All right. He's a Jersey guy, you know, and he's doing his thing. So go and support him. All right. And make sure when you get your project started, you tell him, you say to him, listen, LaShia sent me over to you. Oh my gosh, y'all, it's so loud outside. My girl LaShia has sent me to you. Think Different TV. That's where I saw a advertisement about your business. And guess what? He's going to take 15% off of your first project for you, just for you mentioning that you know me. Okay, and then I sent them to you. Listen, I'm going to get it together, y'all. Today has been an eventful day. I've been out, all right? And while I do that, while I'm saying that, I'm pouring my other sponsor into my beautiful wine glass, all right? Euphoria water. Euphoria water is the cleanest, healthiest water in Philly, all right? Who told them to be so good? Gosh darn it. You know, it has the nerve to be refreshing. All right? Refreshing, cooling, good for my body. How dare Euphoria water, right? But anyway, Euphoria water, like I said, is the cleanest, healthiest water in Philly. Alkaline with minerals, no additives, no chemicals. It is not only good, it's good for you. And if you're going to hydrate the right way, yo. Listen, thank you so much, Felizard. Listen, this crown is very hydrated with Euphoria water, okay? So when y'all ready to put in y'all order for Euphoria water, you can hit up Euphoria water right here on IG. That's UPHORIAWATER. Or you can call Captain straight away. All right. If you live in the Philadelphia area, you want to get it delivered to your door, you can call Captain at 267-707-8279. Okay. What is up, Manny, who just jumped on as well? Listen, y'all. You're going to see me doing this a lot because it's been a while since I had my hair out, okay? Last time I had my hair out was like weeks and weeks ago. So I am kind of liking this. I feel light. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I just feel like there's not a lot of weight on me. Like, when I get the braids, they look nice and everything like that. But I just feel like, I feel all weighed down. But with this fro, honey, did you know our hair defies gravity? It defies gravity, honey. It don't just be falling down like fruit. It go up, right? It's reaching towards the heavens, all right? Right on. What's up, Nutty1215? Thank you so much for joining us to Think Different TV, and thank you so much, just Team Natural all the way. At least until I get my hair done again. And when I do get my hair done, I do go to Scandalous Vibe, who is actually it's my sister, okay, and she has her own business, Scandalous Vibe. She makes candles, but she's also really good with doing hair. She's amazing. Sister is multi-talented. I wonder where she gets it from. Let me stop funning around with y'all because we got a great topic tonight. We got an amazing independent artist spotlight, and we have an amazing financial tip, if I do say so myself. Okay? So, Think Different TV. I'm really high energy today because it was the holiday. Let me tell y'all a little bit about what happened today. So today, I I was able to go see my dad perform in Ardmore. He was playing the horn, playing the saxophone, actually, not the horn. He was playing the saxophone, which is technically a horn, but it's like a different. I don't get into all that. But he did his thing. I'm so proud of him. Like I said on my last show, he getting more gigs than I get, honey. And I think I gotta step my game up, okay? And he it was out in Ardmore, so it was a little bit of traveling today. I had fun though. I got my funnel cake. They were serving funnel cake there, so I was happy about that. It just didn't hit. It didn't hit like, I mean, it was good. It was great. But it's just like when you get older, like stuff you enjoyed as a child, you just be realizing that it's just like, I'm really doing a number on my body right now because it was hot. It was like 91 degrees, y'all. It was 91 degrees today. And then when you think of what funnel cake is, it's like deep fried in oil, and my stomach was just like, why are you doing this to me right now? Because this is too much. And it's hot. Like, chick, get your life. What are you doing? Why are you trying to hurt yourself today? Why are you trying to hurt yourself today? You know you cannot do the whole funnel cake thing in this hot weather. No, you stop it. Just stop. I mean, they had fried Oreos. Shout out to that family. I actually got the young lady's Instagram. I'm a tag her in the post. Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna ask her if she wants to be tagged. But yeah, her family. Her dad was making a funnel cake. She was serving it was lemonade, fruit punch, iced tea, and funnel cake and fried Oreos. Oh my gosh, like it's a lot. The dad plays guitar, and she had her two sons out there working too, like working the register and doing all and serving people. So she put them to work, okay? I was like, go ahead, mama. Go ahead. Put them young boys to work, all right? Then I kind of felt bad because I was like, Dad, they could have been playing with the other kids, but they couldn't because he was working. They was up there working, honey. So that's what I did today. And before I even jump into the, speaking of kids, before I even jump into the subject matter tonight, the topic tonight, I do want to say my condolences. I feel like I hope this just seemed like a regular thing now, saying my condolences, to the families of people that just got killed for no good freaking reason, okay? So there was a shooting in Texas, and I know y'all have already heard of this whole thing. So in Texas, there was a school shooting. Apparently, there was an active shooter, teenager, who, well, from what I hear, he was bullied in his school, and as some form of get back, he decided to go to an elementary school and shoot up the school. So the total dead was 21. That was 22, 19 children, three adults. And it's extremely sad. Extremely sad. What do you exactly say to that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what there's no explanation whatsoever. There's no justification for it. It's just a very senseless act of violence done to hurt these children. And We're talking 10, 9-year-olds. When I was 10 years old, I was in 5th grade. But I would say I was actually ahead because my mom started me in school very early. So typically the 10-year-olds were like in like 4th grade. And I'm a boy mom. I'm a mom, and I am terrified. Terrified to let my son go to school. I'm terrified to let my son go to school. So much so that his father and I are looking at alternatives so that he can be home. And it's like a mixture, because one, we do feel that in a public school now, because I remember when I went to public school, and I came out fine. I was able to, learn things and get my diploma and all that good stuff. But it just seemed like there's a lack of caring when it comes to, and not all teachers, but it's like a lack of care when it comes to those other grades that's a little bit older. When they get put in a public school system, sometimes your child gets lost in the sauce. We didn't particularly like the neighborhood school that he was going to be placed in. So we decided to look into alternatives to keep him home. And we looked into a virtual charter school, and we've been doing that. But it's not just about the curriculum. It's not just about, is he going to be learning what he needs to learn? Is he going to get the attention that he needs in school? It's also a safety issue for us too. It's so sad that we have to actually think about, is my child going to come home from school today? Are they going to be safe in their school? Come to find out, it was a young lady that passed away, and she kind of been the face of all of this. It's crazy because the father is apparently an EMT. He showed up on the scene. He saw a little girl or whatever who was covered in blood, and he thought that she was actually injured, and she said no, find out there was nothing wrong with her, but she was just crying, and she was just like, he shot my best friend. And in that moment, the EMT worker realized that the best friend she was talking about was his own daughter, who was slain in cold blood in a classroom. And it's just heartbreaking hearing this guy talk about how he found out about his daughter. He's like, why my daughter? Why did you shoot my daughter? Why did you kill my child? You know what I'm saying? And it's very sad. I think I'm going to end up PTSD from just his story alone, because he said, I took her to school that morning. I didn't think that would be the last time I would ever talk to her, ever see her again, alive. And he said she just turned 10 a couple of weeks ago. So, like I said, my condolences to the families who have lost their children and lost their spouse, their parent, who was teachers at the school, the adults that passed away. 19 kids, yo. Like, you never know who these children, who they could have grown up to be in life. Who they could have grown up to find a cure for cancer, or become a president that actually gives a shit about the people in the country and do something to make things better. And they never know. You will never know, because they were snuffed out in the younger years of their lives. Like, I cannot, I don't even want to think about it. My son is 6. Like, I'm not feeling this. I have friends who have children that are around the same age as these children who were lost. I do want to know, guys, how y'all feel about everything that happened. But I say enough is enough. And part of me also, all right, because I'm very emotional and sympathetic about what happened in Texas. But I also can't help but feel like, because that happened, it drew attention away from the Buffalo shooting, okay? So we had the Buffalo shooting that happened, right? And that was a hate crime, okay? Let's call it for what it is. And this guy just targeted black people and made it very aware that he was just targeting black people. And not too soon after that, there was a school shooting in Texas. So it quickly went from pray for Buffalo to pray for Texas really darn quickly, if I do say so myself. Now, I'm not saying that one tragedy is greater than the other. I'm just saying, like, when one happened and it was getting the media coverage that it was getting, but not too soon after that, something else happens and that overshadows what happened in Buffalo. Because I don't really hear them much talk about it right now. They are talking more about the shooting in Texas. Not saying that they shouldn't. They definitely should. But I'm just saying, like, I hate being like this, but coincidence? Like, maybe they trying to take our focus to something else. You know? They're trying to take us. And it's so outrageous, the number of people killed in this situation. It's so, like, it's a lot. It's a lot. And, yeah, we're seeing this little girl being plastered all over the place. You know, her dad on a lot of media coverage, which is... I hate being like this, y'all, but you know, my mind, that's why it's called Think Different TV, because my mind just be thinking about stuff, because I'm like, wait a minute, like, how are you so comfortable with being the face of the families traumatized and victimized by this event, and your daughter picture is being shown, this little girl's picture shown, and then it's like, yo, because the thing that flashed in my head was, is this a real little girl that was killed? And I hate that I'm thinking like this, but like Cat Williams said on his special World War III, sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. All right, because sometimes like when they're pushing a certain image over and over of one child. It was 19 kids killed. All right. 19 children killed. And y'all could hit me up in the comments and let me know if maybe I didn't see the other children that were killed in this massacre. I'm not trying to see them, like, but I'm just saying, like, when they did the tally, did they share the names? Did they share other pictures of other victims? Because I'm just seeing this one girl, right? And I'm seeing this one man who is her father being this person they're always able to get in contact with, to do interviews with and talk about the incident with. And he always say, I don't really want to talk about this right now. I don't want to keep talking about how they killed my baby and this, that, the third, But it just, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. The whole situation is so delicate, you can't touch it. I mean, what shooting is not delicate? What shooting is not delicate? What act of violence is not a delicate subject to touch? I'm just like, just keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. Cause this some really crazy stuff. Cause there was not a lot of time between the two shootings. It just happened just like that. And then of all places, Texas. And there's been a lot of shootings in Texas. There's been a lot of shootings in Texas. What is the agenda? What is the end game here? That's what I want to know. And some people may call me a cynic, but it just seemed a little bit too, police officers outside the school pushing the parents back, saying you can't go in there, letting this active shooter pretty much walk around the school killing other kids. Like, seems freaking weird to me. Hey, it's Desi Boo. It's really crazy to me. And then after that, I think did they apprehend the shooter? Oh my gosh, I don't even know if they apprehended the shooter or if he got killed I think he got killed. Y'all can correct me in the comments if he was or not. But like, he was able to walk around the school, and this is not no big gigantic school. This is not like, the schools that we went to when we was kids. It was like multiple floors. It's like a 1 level, 2 level. No, it was 1 level school. Kind of like the one that, my son, his neighborhood school, how it looks like 1 level. So they did kill him. Okay. What's up, that girl Erin? Thank you for joining in. E-Money, as we so affectionately call you. Just think about it, y'all. Like, I'm not saying, still condolences to the families of the lives that were lost, but I just was like, Dad, like, we just had a shooting in Buffalo, and just that quick, it's a shooting in Texas, and it's a school that gets shot up, and it's kids. So automatically, there's a story there. You know what I'm saying? And then the backstory of it all. What's up, Sharissa Lene? Thank you so much for joining us to Think Different TV. There's a backstory here that just doesn't make any sense. The active shooter did not even attend the school. The active shooter did not attend the school. Apparently, it was just chosen by random. This school, and how was he able to get into the school again? I'm trying not to be that cynical person, but y'all can let me know. I know that is a very touchy subject, but it just a lot of things not adding up here. A lot of things not adding up here. Because we had a lot of details on the Buffalo shooting, but I feel like there's still details not clicking with this Texas shooting at the school. And I feel like it's not real. I feel like it's not real. And I just said it. I apologize. If it is, it's a very serious subject. What's up, Sangster? I apologize if this actually took place in it, but it's just like I'm telling y'all, it does not, the timing of it just is crazy. Now it could be if it was a really real situation, I feel like somebody put that person up to doing that to draw attention away from the Buffalo shooting that was planned but not planned. I don't want to get too deep, y'all. Conspiracy theories scare me. I'm all for them. I'll talk about them all day long. But they actually do scare me because it's like what Sandy Hook had reports of paid actors. See? In the way that that is just like, y'all gotta look at you have to look at the interviews of the dad of the young lady that died in the shooting. Okay? Pay attention to his mannerisms, how he talks, his affect. You know. And then they just took that and they just ran with it. After he said what he said, after he done put a face to one of the young people that was killed, the news just ran with it. They just keep running the same. They show him, they show the little girl, like, and then I'm not hearing any coverage about Buffalo anymore. But is it just me? I'm like, is it just me? Are y'all still hearing about Buffalo? Because it's like, we know why we want to mention Buffalo. Okay? We know why we want to mention Buffalo. And the shooting out there. Because it was a hate crime. And it was done by a very racist prick who apparently was taken out in handcuffs and treated like he didn't do anything freak wrong. Taken out in handcuffs. Sir, would you like to be cuffed in the front or the back? Are those cuffs too tight for you? Are you hungry? You know, I know you was in the supermarket shooting people up, and that can work up an appetite. Are you hungry? Come and ride in our squad car. You know, is there any type of music you want us to play? You want us to play some smooth jazz? Do you want us to play some rock music? What is your preference? When you get there, you know, I'm sorry if the fingerprint ink is making your hands a little too dirty. Would you like to go wash your hands? Would you like a glass of water? You know, this nigga getting all this good treatment, and you done shot up and killed 10 people. 10 people and injured others. And then on top of that, you only getting charged with 1 count of murder? Well, they figured, like, well, if he gets convicted of murder, if 1 count of murder, then that's going to be 25 to life anyway, so there's no need to tack all these extra charges on. very annoying to me. But hey, I'm Olivia Bird, Songbird. What's up? Thank you for joining Think Different TV. So we're outraged. We're incensed at this act of violence towards us as a people, right? We're incensed. And everybody asking, well, Joe, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, Joe? What you gonna do, Joe? What you gonna do, Joe? But wouldn't you know it, couldn't even get no laws passed, no nothing. What's up, Zeke Graphics? Couldn't get no laws passed, no nothing. Couldn't even get a conference discussion from him before another shooting has taken place in the school of all places, in Texas of all places. So now where is the focus at, y'all? Talking about these kids that have been lost due to senseless gun violence. And these are little kids. So we can't sit there and say, oh, it was a hate crime, because apparently the shooter was Hispanic or of Hispanic origins or whatever, and a lot of the kids that were killed were of the same thing. So we can't say it's a hate crime. We can say that it was a heinous crime committed, and now they don't even have to touch the issue of race. And we do experience that every day here in Philly. And gun violence here is insane. It definitely is. And it's Memorial Day and people are popping firecrackers. And sometimes you gotta be like, is that really a firecracker? Okay, sound like a firecracker. Okay. You gotta double check with that joint. You gotta triple check. Quadruple check. And I tell y'all, I'm not out here in these streets. At a certain time, I'm in the house, okay? It's nothing for me out there. I go out, but I'm going somewhere, okay? And I'm going to be there for a while, and then I will travel back home. But if I don't have to be out in the streets, I'm not going to be out in the streets, okay? Like I said, there's nothing for me out there. I work overnight as it is, okay? And then on my days off, if I could find something to do during the morning time, that's why I was glad my dad's performance was between 1 and 4. Because, listen, I'd rather be out and about when it's daytime and get my butt back in the house before that sunfall. It's funny because parents back in the day used to always be like, make sure you come in, like, y'all get in before the street lights come on. Baby, first of all, let's talk about the street lights. Sometimes those street lights do not be coming on, okay? They need to come on, but Philly need to be doing something about getting these street lights to come on, because my block should be lit up, okay? When I'm walking down the street at night, it shouldn't be just one functioning street light on, okay? I feel very unsafe, okay? And then, it's very true. You should be in before as soon as the sun is going down just a little bit. You need to be getting your butt in the house. There's no reason for you to be out in the streets. Okay. Hey, what time is it? It's about to be 9:45. Okay. Definitely want to chat more about this whole situation, but I pretty much said my piece on the matter. All right. Once again, my condolences to the families who have lost their children, and also the adults that were lost in the shooting in Texas at the school. My heart is hurting, y'all. I'm tired of these. I'm tired of saying my condolences. It can't be just one day. Matter of fact, can we go like an hour without somebody getting shot? the exact statistics are because, I don't be looking up all that stuff. That hurts my head. But, like, people getting shot every what? I don't know. It seems like it's always somebody getting shot. Can we just not, please? Just, and I guarantee you, it's the holiday weekend. Somebody got killed. It's just something that just happens. If they say we had a violence-free weekend this weekend, that would be amazing. But I know it's not the case. I know it's not the case. I know it's going to be something we hear later on that somebody was killed during the festivities and Memorial Day. It's like y'all treat these holidays like it's purge season. Because the person's going to be out and about. People come out of hiding. People, go to these barbecues and they hang with their families and everything like that. And then you're like, oh, you let your guard down because of the holiday. And you think somebody's still not coming for you. So I'm thinking that's what the mentality, I'm speculating. But I'm pretty much sure that that's what they be thinking. They be like, oh, I can get this dude. This dude been in hiding. But guess what? It's about to be barbecues. About to be people out here. He probably gonna think that he's safe. Or she's safe. Because it's the holiday. Oh no. I still got my vendetta. I'm still gonna get it. And that's when people be getting shot up on the holidays. So people be like, oh, it's the holidays. Can't we just let peace in it? No, that's when people most likely get it because they know that person letting their guard down because it's the holiday. That's what it is, y'all. That's what it is. So let's switch gears a little bit because I feel like I could talk about this topic all night. But really, I have an interesting topic that I already wanted to discuss with y'all tonight. And it is the social topic that I really want to know what y'all feel about it, okay? So we're going to switch gears, okay? Do y'all mind? You don't mind. All right, so we're going to switch gears. And we're going to talk about this social topic. The social topic is, if he or she did the bare minimum to get you, is it reasonable for you then to ask for more in the relationship? Let's talk about it. All right, so I'm going to give y'all a scenario. I'm going to do a little acting out play thing, if you will. Okay. Yo, baby, what's up? How you doing? Hey, how you doing? Yeah, so I'm saying you look real good, girl. Like I want to take you out and this, that, and the third, and this, that, and the third. Well, I don't really do the going out stuff because, I'm not trying to be all serious with nobody or nothing like that. But, you kind of cute. You fine and everything like that. We can like Jocelyn Hernandez says, I just want to fuck, right? All right, well, shoot, you get down like that. All right, well, let's do it. Week 2. Three months later. I realize every time you call me, it's just so you can get some. Like, you don't be trying to take me out nowhere. You don't be trying to, like, make me feel like I'm worthy of your time. Like, every time you call me, like, you always unavailable until you think you can get some. Like, well, wait a minute. Like, didn't you say at the beginning of all this that you just wanted the food? Like, what am I supposed to think as a man of you if that's all you want? Like, wanted to do in the beginning. I offered to take you out. You said you wasn't trying to do all that. Now you want to switch up? What's up with the switch up? Hey, I'm partying, yeah. I'm partying, yeah. Yo, what's up, girl? Hey. So yeah, like, what's up with you? I'm good. I'm here chilling with my girls. You know, we partying. Hey. Yeah, so y'all thirsty? You wanna get some drinks? Oh, that's nice. Like, oh, let me get some Hennessy on the rocks. Yeah. Girl, I like my Hennessy straight. Okay, Hennessy straight for Tiffany because she a hoe. Yeah, you like it. That's what you big baller. Yeah, you know I got a little change, whatever. Okay, all right. Let me take you out on a date. All right. You take me out on a date, whatever you want to go. So, all right. Take you out to the restaurant. All right. So, what you got going on with you? Yeah. So I was thinking, like, I don't even be coming to people and be asking them, but I'm really down on my luck right now, and like my rent, I'm like $300 short. You got that? Yeah, no problem. I got that for you. You know, when I'm gonna be able to see you again. Oh, you know, I got some things to do, but I really appreciate you coming through for me in the clutch. I really appreciate you. We definitely gonna have a date. All right. You know, like whatever you need, just let me know. Let me know. 3 weeks later. Oh my gosh, like, I want to get these shoes so badly. Oh, I'm gonna call him up. I'm gonna see if he can get me these shoes. What's up, girl? Oh, hey, friend. I know. We still gotta do that date, right? Yeah. You know, whenever you like, whenever you ready. Well, you know, I really can't, go out if I ain't got like fly gear on, because I don't want to just be like you a big baller. I don't want to be just looking all any old type of way going out with you. So I was wondering, like, because I wanted to get these shoes, and say no more, baby girl. I got you. I'm gonna go get some shoes for you. 3 weeks later, let me hit him up. Yo, what's up, girl? You finally gonna let me take you on that date? Oh, yeah. But quick question. What, you need something else? Well, I'm not trying to say all that, but, something did come up, and I do need a little bit of cash. Why is it that every time you hit me up, you always want to spend my money, but you don't want to spend no time with me? Well, I mean, when we met, you were saying you was a big baller. So, like, what's up with the switch up? Like, why are you all of a sudden, why you got an attitude? You big baller, right? That's what you say you was. So what's up with the switch up? Okay, y'all. So y'all saw the 2 scenarios. How'd y'all feel about those? How did y'all feel about those? Come on, put it in the chat, put it in the comments. What's up, Conan Course? Because I gave you 2 separate instances where a person who was pretty much a taker, okay, got what they wanted from the person. And since it was so easy to obtain that, so easy to get it, to possess that and get that from them, now they're like, I want to ride this till the wheels fall off. And I didn't have to do anything to get it. So why all of a sudden you tripping, talking about something, I need to do more in order to get what I've been getting? Think about it, y'all. Think about it. Is it fair? Is it reasonable? I don't want to say fair, but is it reasonable for someone to say, you know what? Every time this person called me, he just wanna have sex. Every time she calls me, all she wants is money. But you setting the tone in the beginning of the relationship, can the tone then be changed? Does that require a sit down if there is a particular relationship that y'all have? Does that warrant a sit down? Can you then say, you know what, we really need to talk. I want to clear the air about something. Can you do that when you set the tone for the relationship? Can the girl then turn around and say, you know what, you want to get some of this? You wanted to take me out. He was like, well, I already had some of it, so what's the point? Or a guy saying, well, listen, you're going to have to start coming up off them cheeks if you want me to spend any money on you. Well, listen, you've been paying my bills and everything, and I ain't had to do nothing before, so why the sudden change? And yes, I did use those two scenarios, and yes, they're two different things, because sometimes women are, I'm not trying to say that we hoes, but when you really want to do it with somebody, you just do it. And then it's like, after you do it, can you then turn around and say, oh, well, I really do want to be showered with gifts. I really do want to go out. I really want to be a person who is on your arm when you go out places. Can you then switch up? Can you then switch up like that? As time goes on, time changes, people change, right? And I'm not saying it is unreasonable to have those feelings that maybe you want more out of the relationship because maybe you start feeling some type of way about that person. But once you set the tone for the relationship and how it's going, if that person is not willing to change for you, then you have a decision to make. You could choose not to stay in that situation, or you could choose to stay. I'm gonna read some of the comments. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. It's coming in real quick. Manny says, "Say it." Philly Czar said, "The only constant in life is change. Life always evolves." Absolutely, absolutely. Sharissa Lene says, "People's feelings change. You have the right at any point to speak on what you really want." Exactly. That's exactly what I just said, right? And Sharissa Lene also said, if they don't want to deliver, then move on. And that's absolutely right. You don't want to... So say like you and this person, based on the relationship that y'all had, based on the arrangement that y'all had, there was no sourness, there was no bitterness. It just was what it was, right? The guy is a baller. He's giving the girl money and everything like that. She's gonna keep taking the money, and she ain't gotta do nothing for it. And you just paying, doing something that people like, oh, you taking advantage of it. But y'all gotta realize sometimes when that person sets the tone for the relationship, you can't then be mad at the taker. Can't be mad at the taker. Because the taker is going to do what they do, which is take. And if that person on the giving side freely gives, then y'all can't be like, oh, well, she just a gold digger. She just this. She just taking advantage of them. Some people want to be taken advantage of, okay? Some people want to flex hard. Some people want to be that person in the room that everybody like, oh, snap, which girl got money. They want to be over there. Now, What's up, BNA Island? Thank you for joining. Now, here's the crazy thing. Now, with women, our power is in our vagina. I'm gonna just put it out there. I'm just say it. That's what it is, you know. And women that know how to finesse it, they can get a lot of stuff and not even give up none of the stuff. You get what I'm saying? They can get a lot of stuff and not give up the stuff. All right. But also you gotta realize at one point in time, like I feel like I'm going back to one of my old episodes where I said honesty is the best policy at the beginning of the situation. You just lay everything out on the table. You just let the person know exactly what you want from the door. And it won't be no craziness. See, what people are doing is they try so hard to flex, or they try so hard to be that person that they think the other person wants them to be, that they lose sight of themselves. Like, when I say a woman, like the first scenario where she's like, oh, I'm not trying to do all that dating stuff. I just want to, right? The guy's gonna be like, oh, okay. She then set the tone for the relationship. He's not thinking about taking her out anymore. He's not thinking about showering her gifts. He's just thinking like, oh, this is going to be somebody that I can call up whenever I want to get my rocks off. And she set the tone. We don't know how much power we have in that first interaction. Because like I said, we try so hard to flex and be like this person for the person. Like, sometimes women be like, oh, well, I just want to F and I just want to do this, because they hear it so much and they know that a lot of men are glorifying that type of woman that is free with everything. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh, yeah, you know, she offered me the vagina, I ain't gonna turn it down. And because there's such a freeness in it now, there's such a accepting thing for women to be sexual. Some women feel like they have to be that to get the attention of a man. Like, the man can come to them and be like, y'all want to take you out, this, and the third, and they be like, I'm just trying to, have a little fun. But then you can't then turn around and get mad because every time he call you, he just want to have sex. If that's what you pretty much set your relationship upon. You said, oh, I just want to have sex. He gonna be like, all right, then let's do that then. And it's very hard to change the mind and change the tone once you already set the tone and set the train in motion. It's like a train starting and coming down the track and you're like, stop. No, you're not going to be able to stop the train once it's at full capacity. You already been at it for the past few months. And then you want to ask, let's go on a date. Now you want to ask all these. Now, on the other side with the men, if you already spending your money on this chick and she ain't had to give not net or nothing to you, no cookies, no nothing, I don't think that is reasonable to then turn around and say, oh, like, what are y'all offering that money as like a taste of crack? And then once the girl get hooked, she like, oh, yeah, you depending on me now, baby. So let me get some of them cheeks. A woman that's independent and know how much power she got in her vagina, she can quickly show you the exit. she would be so quick to be like, oh, well, if that's what it is, then I don't need your money anymore. Then you like all shocked, like you took advantage of me all these months and this and the third. No, honey, I did not take advantage of you. I did not take advantage of you. Philly Czar said cruelty has become far too normalized. Well, what is cruelty? What do you mean by cruelty? You know, how people are towards other people. Because I don't think it's a form of cruelty. I think it's just, you know, we're all human. We're going to act accordingly. Manny says some men use their money as control, which I did talk about on another episode of mine. Some men do use it as a form of control, and they feel like, oh, well, I'm paying for this, I'm paying for that, I'm paying for that. Then you want to give up something. Now, the thing about it is that if you put it out there at the beginning, like, I'll pay your rent, but you got to give me some cookies. You're giving her a choice whether or not she wants to be in that situation. But if she calls you up and she says, oh my gosh, I need $300 to pay my rent, and you just say, oh, no problem, baby, I got you, and you just take care of it, you can't then say later on, oh, well, when you gonna give me some? Because remember when I had paid your rent for you, and you like, yeah, you was doing it out of the kindness of your heart, because if I knew that in order to get that money for my rent, you was gonna ask for my vagina, I would have been like, hell to the no. I'm good. I'll find another way. I'll probably ask another guy who don't expect to get nothing from me to give me money whenever I need it. You know, like, and I think that's a blow to your ego too. So in order to avoid that blow to your ego, how about you just don't put yourself in that situation? Don't put yourself in that situation. Don't be like, oh, she used me for my money. She used me for my money. Because any good friend that's been there will tell you. First of all, men, y'all are some ruthless mugs nowadays. Because y'all be like, bitch, ain't shit. This, that, done. You get what I'm saying? And if he got some close male friends, they be like, yo, why you keep spending money on that girl, man? You know she just be hitting you up for money. No, she's not. She says she's gonna go on a date with me. Alright, dude, I'm just letting you know, man. Like, she done already got like 2 G's out of you. Like, when is it gonna stop? When is it gonna stop? And that man is a hater. I just want to let y'all know that man is also a very, very bad hater. Okay. Like, don't be getting in the way of a woman in her middle, okay? Don't do that. That's some hating stuff. I understand you want to look out for your friend, but if your friend put himself in that predicament, just let him rock out, let him do what he do. All right? Don't be up there telling someone, oh, she just using you, she a gold digger, this, that, the third. He knows she a gold digger. He already know that. He think to dig in her gold, he gotta give up his gold, and sometimes that's where they end up getting played. What's up, the real goat still? How are you? Thank you for joining Think Different TV. So we're just talking about if he or she did the bare minimum to get in a relationship with you or have a certain relationship with you, is it reasonable to then turn around and say, oh, I want more? I understand contracts can be renegotiated, but if y'all not together, if y'all not like together, like exclusive, I don't think it's reasonable. I think if y'all just butt buddies, what's up, Ryan O? I think if y'all just butt buddies, and then you trying to talk about something, let's go out on a date, let's go, like, in very rare situations, that can be reversed. You gotta be the realest chick most thoroughest shit for him to be like, I can see myself taking you out and, take you out on a date, us hanging out together outside of having sex, But once you set the tone, ladies, I'm sorry, it's set. Men, once you set the tone, it's set. And you can have a sit down with that person. And if you feel like you don't like the answer that they give you once you ask them, like, what are we? Because that's always the question. What are we? No. I think the question should be more like, what is the state of our relationship? Because I don't know, the question, what are we, kind of puts people on defense mode. What you mean, what are we? What do you mean? When you ask what is the state of our relationship, it's like they have to think a little bit more as to what you're asking. And once you find that out, you're like, listen, I've been taking you out on dates. I've been, and some people will get offended. Like a woman who, just thought you was taking her out and whining and dining her, and and y'all, some women be like, oh, we just getting to know each other. We just getting to know each other. But some men, they take it as, oh, we together. We together. We going on all these dates and stuff like that. I'm spending all this money on you. I'm waiting for the gold at the end of the rainbow. Like, I'm hoping that that can be something so sweet to have in the future, and I'm hoping the future is now. I'm hoping the future is present. And listen, sometimes that's not the case. So don't switch up on these people once you set a tone. There's plenty of, like they say, there's plenty of fish in the sea. There's plenty of men out there. There's plenty of women out there that as you grow, because sometimes it could be a age thing. Like you could be in your early 20s and be in your huckabuck stage. You're like, I just want to get some rocks off. And then, guys at that time, they coming into their money a little bit more because they're working and everything like that. So they want to floss. They want to, they want to be big baller. All right. And then you get older and then you want something a little bit more stable. And maybe you've been involved with this person for so long, you think this is the person that you could take it to the next level with. But sometimes they're not on the same tip you are on. So in the meantime, in between time, diversify y'all portfolio, okay? I'm not saying be full blown out hoe or anything, but diversify your portfolio. Don't put all your stock into one person if you don't have to. Sure, we want to build connections with people, and that's perfectly fine. You kind of know you have a connection to that person when you meet them. There's an instant attraction and somebody you want to get to know. And then in your mind, you have to say, where do I see myself with this person? Like, what would I want to happen with this person? You get what I'm saying? And then put it all on the table when you link up with them, when you sit down and talk to them. Cause of course, if y'all meeting in the club, right there, ain't nobody trying to look for love in the club. Like, please, we are not Usher, we are not Beyonce, we are not Pitbull or Jeezy. We are not them. We're not trying to look for no love in the club. Men and women alike are trying to get effed. Women are trying to look for the big ballers so they can have somebody spend money on them. And some men are looking for women to spend money on them too, nowadays. So, ain't no love in the club. Stop looking for love in the club. Ain't going, no. Just stop. Just stop. Look for love in the club. Now, y'all go on a blind date, somebody hook y'all up, y'all go on a blind date, y'all have a nice conversation, everything like that. It's a little bit more of a controlled environment. Y'all can really talk about what the future of y'all relationship is going to be. Not getting all like, oh, I want you to marry me and have my kids or anything like that, but it's just like, where do you see this going? Are we going to have a second date? With, yeah, like, find out about the person. It's all about how y'all meet the people. I think it's also an age thing, maturity thing, all of it. All of it. All of it. All right. So, how did y'all feel about this topic tonight? Like, if he or she did the bare minimum to get you, is it reasonable to then ask for more later on down the line? Is it? I mean, I see it some people on. I know Judah Pictures sent a request to come into the live, but that could be for his independent artist spotlight. Or did you actually want to say something on the topic, or drop it in the comment box, because I want to bring you in. We can talk about the topic a little bit more. Matter of fact, I'm just bring you in. I'm not gonna waste all this time. Let me just accept it. Let's see if we can get him on. He's been waiting patiently. He's been on. It's 10:15. He was around.
Hey, girl.
Hi.
Long time. God damn, I ain't seen you in many a moon. What was it, like the Great Room or something? A couple years ago?
Yes,
Oh, I can't complain. Well, I could, but it never helps. I'm loving the Afro puff, by the way. You rough and tough with your Afro puff right now, baby.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my
Yeah.
God. So, once we get started,
Hold on. Let me.
I remember he went to the school of coach. He was spoken word in his hip hop. He went to the school of coach. Like, and I'm like, he did it, and he was like, what are you gonna do? I don't know, he was come up there and save him. He was like, save him. He was the school, he's black. Right? And he just and just the stuff that we were saying would be so profound and so deep, but you had a way of performing it that we didn't feel like he was just beating his head with a bunch of stuff.
Right.
We was enjoying the performance and enjoying the wonderfulness that is the picture. Once you got through the stage, it was like you just took over. It's like my stage now. I'm supposed to feel, but you really have to feel that. You really feel about it. So it's funny. Relax and at ease. And sometimes you was alone in the stage. You was alone in the stage. I think the last time I saw you was at right a few years ago. We oh my God, this is pretty cool. This room,
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was the Great Room. Down Manayunk and stuff, right? With Decca and stuff. Shouts to Duke Decca.
you performed do that.
Yeah.
And I was doing something I was actually and I just remember thinking like, first of all, I thought you can do better is the perfect. I think y'all compliment each other very well. When it came to performing on stage and just the way y'all came up with and y'all to laugh, it's like y'all compliment each other so well. But also what was great in your own like a solo act that you guys show no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Maybe both of y'all have maybe one of y'all is amazing. And I think that you appreciate it also being able to as well. It makes it also very easy to like
Okay. Y'all can hear me first and foremost. Want to make sure because another like disclaimer I gotta give you. If you can notice the voice, I've been chucking down honey all day, sweetheart. I was a legendary Dobbs last week, and shouts to them and everything. Katie Freeney, it was a dope ass show. Was blowing my voice, screaming out on the speakers. When I get a chance, I'm out on South Street as you can speak. I was inside Milk Boy. I put up on live earlier that I was going to be at the fire, but they ended up closed for Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day, by the way, to everybody. I don't even know if I should say Happy Memorial Day, but if you're celebrating, I'm happy for you that you're doing it. I go by the name Drew the Pitcher. I'm a hip-hop artist, occasional spoken word artist. When I'm drunk enough, I'm a comedian, only I ain't had the balls to do a full set yet on the stage, but we're going to see what happens with that down the stretch. I'm pretty much having a bunch of fun with this stuff. We had a Twilight. I know me and LaShia go back, I'm talking years, just words. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talking like maybe 10, 15 years plus and stuff. And it's like, it's been a blissful experience just to see us just still out here doing it. You looking good. You know what I mean? I'm still looking like I ain't about to hit 40, you know what I'm saying? And we doing what we do. At the end of the day, if you want to check this stuff, you got the Drew the Pitcher page, drewthepitcher.com. That's Drew, DAPICTURE. Facebook wouldn't let me put the for some reason. Don't ask me what that was about. But anyway, we're going to be putting a bunch of stuff to build the page up. This is more like a preview as it comes along. So, like, you know, just stay tuned with us and everything. Rock with us and just have some fun. I would say, if I could describe it in a summation, I try to do like visual art. I try to compensate for the fact that I can't actually draw the pictures I see in my head by verbalizing them out on the microphone and just kind of playing with them in different ways. Like music is kind of like different for me. Like some people take it as though, well, it's all about keeping it like real and spitting their real life and doing what they do. Music was somewhat, I got a lot of inspiration from that, but I also took inspiration from taking it as a diversionary tactic to stay away from our real life and everything and just be able to expand that imagination. And I feel like it plays a real key part in everything and just keeping yourself in a good mental place and having a happy space with what you do and everything. And what I try to exemplify probably most is just like having fun on the stage and pushing your pen to the max and just trying to get the most out of everything. This is me not committing sloth. That's what this is at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Yes. Yeah, it's like an enchantment. It's a natural high. Since I remember when I first walked into Dallins Palace, and it was crazy. Drew Decker, my man again from Pure Formats. I remember when you and him was rocking on the stage and stuff, when y'all was like together as a group. And he sits there, and I used to run into him because we worked at a bunch of the same jobs. And like I bumped into him down at the stadium, and I'm like, yo, what's happening, bro? He's like, yo, I got this show on Thursday, man. You should come down. This is a place called Dallins Palace, just words, right off of Broad and Thompson and stuff. I'm like, word. And I come down, and one of the first people I see is you and him rocking on the stage. And I'm looking at this room, but he signed me up on a list without telling me. He did like some Papa Doc 8 Mile type of, and I'm just sitting there, and all of a sudden I hear next to the stage, we got Drew the Pitcher. And I'm looking around this motherfucker like somebody in here with my name or something, like, you know what I mean? And it was throwing me, and you know the scene. I mean, it's generally like, for those who've never been to Just Words, this was a dope live spot. Shouts to LaShia, shouts to Sam I Am, Miss Wise, everybody that was part of the establishment. But at the end of the day, it was like, you had a little bit of everything, but it was primarily for the spoken word artists. I think fair to say, or primarily for the poets and everything. And they had their slams and stuff like that. Like you had rappers, you had singers, you had comics, you had dancers, you had everything in there, but it was primarily like geared towards that. And when I was looking around the crowd, when they called my name and I see all this Afrocentric terry cloth and medallions and all that time, I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to fit in here. I don't know if they're going to relate to it. You know what I'm saying? But Decker got up there and he's like, listen, do your thing, bro. I'm telling you, they're going to love it. And I got up there and I tried a couple of joints. The crowd went crazy and it just became like a like a high that you always chased ever since and everything. It became like a fun escape, and that's basically what this is. This is like a playground for me while I'm getting old. It makes sense.
It absolutely makes sense. One thing I'm going to tell you the story of my first time at this word is very significant. It's really like the thing about it is that my dad used to
Yeah, sweetheart, is it?
some unpleasant things about.
Yeah, sweetheart, is it possible to turn the mic up a little bit? I was having a little difficulty hearing you. Is it possible to turn the mic up a little bit? Yes, yes, I was having a little difficulty hearing you. Been that way for a minute. I just been able to zoom in, but say so. Maybe it's me. I'm partially retarded when it comes to these phones. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, for real. Like, I just mastered the concept of copy, link, paste like 2 years ago and stuff. Like, you don't want to know how I was doing it before. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got to try to adjust to this whole new. This is different for me and stuff. That's why I don't hardly post nothing on social media. I'm like, look, if you was there, if you know, you know what I'm saying? Trying to change that right now. This is like a mic on here. All right, I hear you enough. I'll just keep my ear close. We'll make it work. I can kind of hear you. You can lip sing. You can accentuate it. Say yes. Like the Raven Lounge. I remember that.
Oh my gosh, oh my goodness, you just be
Yeah,
better. You just be better.
about it.
I remember a lot of spots, and I did just for school life. I think I was public too, but they said we will never get that type of energy again.
Mm.
You have to really be there and experience it firsthand to know the magic that they just do.
Yes. It was like it was indescribable if you weren't actually in that atmosphere, if you actually didn't see those performances live, if you actually didn't catch it and gravitate. That's pretty much what inspired the pen on the spoken word tip. I had never, my furthest poetry was probably watching Love Jones and Romeo and Juliet before I walked in Just Words, but like the artists I seen up there, and I Moon and Q and like everybody that was up there like killing it, it was like to a point where, and I would have people come up to me and they'd be like, look, I really enjoyed that piece you did, and I enjoyed it. And you know, because we do a cappella, it was just a verse for us, but they thought it was like poetry, so they took it like a piece. So eventually I had to ask myself, well, could I actually do a spoken word joint? Or could I actually, let me see if I could dabble and find my own lane at that? And so you know it, that just became a new wave and something that would, you know, add to the pen and stuff. But yeah, Just Words was memories. Raven was memories. All that stuff was crazy. I'm turned up for it.
So when it comes to this spoken word, right? How much of it is drawn from real life experiences, and how much of it is drawn just from your imagination?
It's a little combination of both. It's a little combination of both. There are certain situations that I see and everything, and they kind of like replay on my head to the point that I try to figure how could I depict this and how could I put it in a way that's going to translate, that's going to resonate to every ear. You know what I'm saying? Like almost like, and or at least to the best of your ability. And then there's other times where I'll hear a beat and I'll just simply be going with the, like, what does this beat need? What would sound dope on this record? And like, how would you spin this? And what type of like storyline could you put on it? And how could you flip this hook? And how could you know what I'm saying? And so a little times it's like different motivations. It's just like kind of like the air that you're feeling that day and everything. It could be coming from a source, or it could be coming from the heart. It could be coming from the head. It could be like anywhere and stuff. You know?
Absolutely. So, but I want to ask you, what have you been up to lately? Like, what have you been working on? I have two cuts pulled up on my YouTube. I went to a page on YouTube. But what have you been working on lately? Like, any new music coming? I know you have the website,
Mm.
newpicture.com. But what have you been working on?
One thing I probably need to be working on is stopping these cigarettes, as you can see. But I tell you this much, like basically it's just been ever since the lockdown. The lockdown was like a new battery for me. Cause like when I went outside, everything, the whole world was shut down. I didn't know how long this was going to go on, but then I felt like there was some sense of a virtue in social distancing. You know what I'm saying? Like having that time to get away and be back to yourself and everything, and find out where you're at, and be able to self-reflect and not be bothered by all the other external voices and stuff, and kind of hear yourself while you in there. And then more so, it's like you're sitting there and you're trying to keep the music sense alive. There's no open mics to go to. There is no Raven Lounge. There was no Fire. There was no World Cafe. There was like nothing else is going on at the time and stuff. So it was like I needed something to be able to keep that music sense going. And like I got to shout my homie Miz out for this as well and everything, Miz Luna, because like he got me inspired. I came to him to record this track COVID in that I put out during the pandemic and everything. We got a video for that on YouTube and stuff. And like I came to him to like mix the track. And like he actually, the stuff that I seen him do in the studio inspired me to actually sit there and what if I got a Reason 11? And what if I sat there and rock with this and try to figure out I'm not doing nothing else. How else am I going to keep the music alive? Because if you sit it down, it could be down for good. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that whole time I started playing with it. Like I told you, I just mastered copy link paste 2 years ago. When I tell you I got like 4 or 5 beats and I only got like 4 or 5 of them to my name, but I'm damn like if you would have told me I'd have been able to do that 2 years ago, I'd have looked at you like you was fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a whole new battery. You feel like you could take the whole discography. At this point, I'm not looking at trying to drop an album. I feel like I'm too old for that. I done played them games too long and everything. I'm dropping a discography. I want to put out a body of work and I want to sit there and take everything from the top and do it exactly the way I had it planned when I did it and everything, and exactly the way. That's why I pulled everything down from Spotify, Reverb Nation, and all that type of stuff. I'm just going to give them the full fledged and we just going to ride this thing as long as the waves fly. So it's like it's a little bit of both. It's a retirement party, but it's also a debut. It's also a coming out at the same time and everything. Just giving it to you all in one shot. You know what I'm saying? After all, every second we growing and dying at the same time anyway. So why not just take the full package? I mean, so just tune in. Be on drewthepitcher.com. That's drewdapitcher.com. At the end of the day, now don't be thrown off by what you see on there right now. I'm working with a lot of people and we got a whole bunch of crazy stuff that's in store. I'm working on the artwork. Like I said, I can't draw to save my damn life, but I know a lot of artists and I know a lot of people who are going to get this thing that's going to be very shapely, and y'all are going to help that happen. That being said, what were we talking about on the topic of the day, sweetheart? Yeah. It was like It was hard because like when I first started performing, like my very first time that I actually hit a stage, I was in Central East Middle School back in sixth grade, and I was a little bit of a class clown from the time. And like my teacher, Mr. Grayson, asks me, he sees me rapping in the hallway, and he pulled me to the side. And Mr. Grayson was a badass dude. Shouts to him, like military, like you know what I'm saying. In the day, he's like, "Yo, you got a talent. I want you to get on stage. We got this performance called like for the Harlem Renaissance, and I want you to do something about the Harlem Renaissance and everything. I want you to look up the whole thing." He was my social studies teacher at the time, by the way. And I got on and I did this performance for the crowd, and I did this joint, and like they had you perform it like 3 or 4 different times for every different floor of the school, because you had the A house, the B house, the C house. Shouts to all my Central East Middle School students. If any of y'all just happen to be in the building, ain't even called Central East no more. I did a show last year and everything, and I actually announced on stage, I'm like, "How many kids here from Central East Middle School?" And they all looked at me like I was crazy. It got a whole new name now. That's how long ago that shit was. But anyway, yeah, basically on that show was like the platform of like, and back then it wasn't even like, I don't even think the rap really made sense and everything. I remember I was rhyming to the Clones beat. The first time I ever hit the stage and everything was to the Roots, you know, the dun 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 dun, 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 and, you know what I mean? And we rocked that, John, but it got to feel like a little mini celebrity within the school. And back then it was kind of different from like how hip hop is today, where like everybody and their moms are rappers. So unless you like pulling up to the school with a van with your face on the side of it, or you on BET, or you on the billboards, nobody really cared that you rap. The principal rap, the nerd that they fucking that they stuff in the lockers right now. Like he got the principal about to drop an album. Everybody doing something right now. You know what I mean? But it was, I mean, it was a different. So it was this for me. It was more of a sport. It was something that always stuck with me. It was something I always felt like I had to keep pure. I could never put it to the point where I try to put a price or a dollar amount and sat there and told myself that it has to be about the money or it has to be about the fame or it has to be about that. I have nothing against anybody that does that and everything. And everybody has their different walks and their lanes. And people will say you a fool for that. But at the end of the day, if you feel like it's priceless, how can you put a tag on it? It's kind of how I view that and stuff. But anyway, what were we saying? Yeah. I mean, I did so much more stuff in between. Like honestly, my memory gets blanked out on some of it. Like they had video of me like rhyming when I was like 5 years old, freestyling. I don't remember it, but apparently it happened, so I can't deny it and stuff. But it's like, and that's why this was something like I did as long as I can remember. Like you know what I'm saying. So I had we used to go back in the day when I was rapping with my homies Gridlock. Shouts to them, Strife, Nash, Bridges, and everything. Gotta biz. We used to perform down Mill Creek Tavern. I remember I was hosting Philly Streets Talk for a while. Shouts to Philly Streets Talk as well. 61st and Market, we was kicking it, doing a little virtual open mics. We was at the Arts Garage. Had a little mini stint in there. Shouts to them as well. I was always just like pretty much staying like active, staying on the scene, doing something just at that time, and trying to challenge the sound, trying to take it like beyond. That's what part of the whole Dallas Palace thing was like embracing that challenge at the same time. Like you can stay within your comfort zone, and I could just rap it for like other MCs and stay in a hip hop joint where I know it's going to work. But it's like if you've never been outside of that, then you could be speaking Spanish to them. You don't know that it's going to like play the same in that demographic and everything. It's like you got to be able to. I think like the goal in all music is kind of to make the sound universal. Like the human ear recognizes dopeness. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't got to be. You ain't got to like country music, but you can hear a dope country record and go, "That's a dope ass song right there." And you can recognize that and everything. The same way with any other form of art. I knew people like I didn't care for live music. I was at the Fire one time, and dude got up there and like he gets ready to pull out the keyboard and the piano. I guess I had never heard it done right. Heard it done the way it's because it was a whole different time and everything. Like he caught me dead in my tracks. I had to pump my anti-locks. I was peeping out to everybody. I was getting ready to slide out the spot. And next thing I know, like it was crazy. Like you know what I mean? But you live for those type of experiences and everything. It's like people, and you never know who's there. Like on a random spot, shit. Schoolie D used to perform at the Fire. John Legend used to perform over there. Everybody had to start somewhere and everything. You don't know what you might be sitting in front of. So I just enjoy the energy and its rawness and its authenticity, and knowing that I'm pretty much in the place with an open mic. The key word to open is open. You know what I'm saying? So, you know my stuff and everything.
Well, I know that you said you did this at God, at the time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We did.
How was that?
Jobs was lit. That was a good shouts to everybody that came out too. And I really didn't plan that. Like Katie booked me for the joint and everything. I came out to a couple of open mics. Shouts to Vince as well and stuff. Next thing I knew, it just like it blew like exponentially and everything. And we had people out there. But my homie Spoon from Dirty Soap came down. Dirty Soap Blues Band. If you ain't heard these shows, go check them out. They some badass white boys. I tell you that. I mean, we had Decca, we had what's it called? Shouts to Priest. Judah Priest was down there. Came after the event, but it's all good. He made it. That's what count. You know, we be on CP time. Um, yeah, I mean, it was a pretty lit show. And right after that, I did the Fire. That's how my voice got like this. 'Cause I did back-to-back shows. The Fire had a joint. My homegirl Nisi, yo, every other Thursday. I think their next one is on the 16th. You gotta be there. You gotta be there. I'm telling you, I didn't know what to expect when I walked into it. I thought I was just coming like this on support on GP because I told her I would come and everything. And she told me to get Dougie. So that's why y'all saw me in the pics with the fedora on, looking like an old jazz musician, like I was Miles Turner or some, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, it was fun. I mean, it was way more than I expected. She put on a full show. It was a burlesque pageantry. Had the whole Ella Fitzgerald fever in the morning, fever all through the night. I know I can't sing, but you get the point. But like, yeah, like, so I'm basically just having fun with it and letting this build, letting that fun transcend into the next thing. We got all kind of stuff like in the stock. I got merch that I'm waiting on and everything for when we got a home venue, so we ain't got to worry about house rules or regulations. No disses to anybody, but anywhere I've been, but we just want to put it together and put it together right. You know what I mean? So stay tuned. Be up with it.
You said the 16th of June,
I'm sorry. Say that again, sweetie.
the 16th of June is the show.
Yeah, 16th of June.
And that's running out.
Oh, that's gonna be at the Fire.
Oh, that's right.
Fire.
So y'all gotta get down to third and no, fourth and excuse me. Fourth and fourth. Really, Tyler? It's fourth.
Yeah. Yeah, the Fire, 4th and Girard, right next to the fire truck station. Thus the term the Fire. Says the Fire Bar and Grill, even though they rarely serve. Well, they do, but they do serve food now. Nisi serving food, so yeah, you got food. It's a bar and grill. Come on down, and them. I forget what the name of them wings she had last time. They changed my life, like for real, for real. I was down and out that night and everything. And them wings, like I once was lost. It was like one of them scenarios, you know. What I mean? But like anyway, yeah. Oh,
So y'all gotta get down there and get the people that
yeah.
y'all can go out and check out
Oh,
do the pictures and Tyler, which is located at the Fourth and Girard and Philly. What time do they start?
oh, the show was probably itself is going to start like around 8ish. I say 8 o'clock is a good time to get up there. I should say 6 because I know we be on CP time. So if I say 6, y'all will show up at 8 and everything. So the show started at 6. Wink, wink.
Lord, if you say people come people on show their team.
Mm. But, yeah,
That's kind of but
you know, yeah. Oh, before I forget to shout out, my bad. One last moment, ain't mean to take up your time. My homie, no excuses. I'll be doing his radio show. Whose world is this? The world is yours. World is yours radio and everything. And a couple, we'll be working that out pretty soon and everything. So stay tuned. Don't mind my eyes and everything. I'm droopy as hell. I'm pretty sure the Lord ain't watching, but somewhere over the rainbow, I was doing music and blowing all day and stuff. And I really don't like. I'm not conducive with indica. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
So you don't get to see the music. I got two that I pulled up on YouTube and the YouTube channel, do the picture like GRCWDATICURE.
Indeed.
Right here on YouTube, make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe, like, share, comment, do all those good things. I'm gonna go ahead and use on that on this side, but before you even use, I gotta make sure y'all read this.
Word. Appreciate it, girl. Hey, and shoot me some of your old stuff too, especially if you got the archives, if you got that Say Yes anymore. Please send that.
You know what? I'll pick it up and I'll play the big. It's about you, you know, it's about you.
Hmm.
It's about you.
I hear you, man.
So, and I want to make sure that I do my thing.
I'm a
And you
fan
know,
too.
don't forget my eyes, y'all. There we go. Don't forget my eyes. So, so this song is called Knockout Artist.
Yeah, knockout artist.
So, what was going through your mind when you created Knockout
Well, basically, aside from the fact that obviously, I mean, and the people on Facebook know, which was kind of incidental, but I'm a big boxing fan and everything. I've always been big on sports. That's when drew the picture. Like, and it's not even really just boxing and everything. I was a big basketball, football. Like, I did probably like every sport under the sun at one point. Like, I'm not gonna say I was great at every single one of them, but usually when I was good at one, I was probably somewhere at the level I am with whatever you feel about my music and stuff. You know what I mean? It was kind of in that way. And boxing was like one of my passions, and like I mean, just like as a kid. So, thing is, I always wanted to do. I had a series of songs, and I would do like a different one. I did these joints. At first, it was a series called The Main Event. And I was trying to, when I was young and naive and I was working at the stadiums, I was trying to send every one of these, like make one for baseball and send it to Citizen Bank Park, and make one for football and send it over to the vet and everything, or send it to the link after that and everything, and make one for the Sixers and send it to Wachovia. That was kind of the mind frame. But boxing being like one of my favorite and long standing sports and everything, it felt like I had to do something with that. Like I had to play with it in a way. And I had like so many concepts of ways I wanted to flip it and stuff, but I was like, I just wanted to see how far I could stretch, like from the, and just how much I could put into that and everything. And it was a fun challenge and everything. It ended up being like a 5 minute record. I had a way that I wanted to promote that. I'm gonna still see what I do when I start to rebrand it, but I'm not sure because of certain like recent events within the media and everything, how it would be perceived. So we'll see how that plays. But like, yeah, I got something in store for knockout artists too. Definitely thinking about bringing that back.
Artist. And you know, you can get in, so you come in nice and clean so people can see you. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'm gonna do Knockout Artist for all this of my people.
Mm,
So go ahead and use my and I'm gonna play it.
mm. Thank you, girl.
No problem.
Till next time.
Mm-hmm.
I better see you at the next show. I still got that drink on deck.
Did you use your side note?
Hmm? Say that one more time.
Mute,
My bad. Say that one more time, sweetie.
like mute on your thing so I can play your music.
No. Damn motorcycle. South Street is killing me right now. I've been moving all over and trying my best to be in and out with you. Can I get that one more time?
Hold on. I'm gonna play it.
Oh, all right. Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah. My bad. This noise factor is kind of like killing me at this point. Like I done probably moved about 3-4 blocks down and everything, trying to escape the cars, but they everywhere. You know what South Street is like around this time anyway.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So it's like I'm sitting there. Yeah. I was right outside Milk Boy. Like when I first hit the live and everything, I was going to go on the open mic, but I was sitting there, and before I knew it, I sat down for like the whole show. They probably done wrapped up the speakers, the amps, and all that. But I said, hey, it is what it is.
So go ahead and mute on your thing.
I got to mute the thing. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. My bad. My bad. Like I said, I barely do this. Sorry, y'all.
There we go. So I'm gonna play Knockout Artist, y'all. Here we go.
All right, we back in the building. You hear me? You hear me, girl?
I hear you, but I don't see you.
You hear me, but you don't hear me.
No, I hear you, but I don't see you.
Oh, you don't see me. Oh man, I see you. This is weird. Microphone check. Am I getting any closer? Zero in, zero up. Yeah, I see you. I hear you. Well, I see you and I kind of hear you. I don't hear you no more or less than I heard you before. So
So, okay, so this song, then, like, at the end, it made me think of, the Lucky Television says, what do you tell a black girl with two eyes? She's like, nothing, but I'm sure twice.
yeah, yeah,
So, I don't know, I remember you performing this in this word with the beans, and I do have something like behind you, but I never heard you actually performing them.
yeah.
But I don't listen to other but I remember because I feel like I don't just be like,
Yep. And that's why like I had that actually on my first album. I had this album Picture Perfect like maybe 10, 12 years ago, and it was on SoundCloud and it was Reverb Nation and all them. But the thing is, like I got a lot of love off the album and a lot of good responses, but I didn't like I knew what I was aiming for, and I guess it wasn't that. So it was like I decided to take the time and try to like redo it. And when I initially did it, we did it to the 24/7 beat, the HBO, you know, the dun 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 dun. But obviously we couldn't put that out and everything, so I had Decker whip up that joint. Drew Decker, like the rap musician, put the works to that. If you like that beat, by the way, and stuff. But like yeah, so I mean, it's basically like just rebranding, recreating everything, and doing it like in like now that I've actually had the time to get in touch with the sonic quality. That's the crazy thing is that like my entire life of rhyming and performing, I would sit in the studio and I would leave that part to the engineer. I was so consumed with the writing aspect and so consumed with the creating aspect that like Blair, shouts to him, he would sit there and be like, "Oh yeah, kid, you hear that snare right there?" And I'd always be like, "Yeah," and I didn't know what the hell he was talking about and everything, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was focused on that, and I put a blind trust in the engineer, and it's like no disrespect to any of the dope engineers known, Max, everybody I've been around, and like did that stuff. I just felt as though like I know my own sound. I can't really properly explain it to anybody else, but it's probably best if I just sit there and learn it and manufacture it myself, so that way it alleviates that frustration. You know what I'm saying?
and the artist or the creator, you have all of these and you know, what we do and what we
Yeah,
and that's why a lot of times when I talk to other artists about like artists, you know, sometimes you know, these kids things because because of and the concept that we have today. But what we
uh-oh, try this again. Yeah.
you hear me?
Now I hear. Okay, I heard you say you hear me. There we go.
Yeah. You know, this song called somebody, something or somebody, I don't know. Because this thing that we do it often, so I'm going to say it, right? So, yeah. Also, like the picture,
Thank you, girl.
Okay, so COVID team. Kind of like quarantining. Okay, I get it. I get it. Yo, the visuals are crazy. The visuals are crazy on this one. So you just recently did it, like 2 years ago, when like everything first happened, right? Can you still hear me?
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Okay. This should be good for comedy relief, if nothing else, because I appreciated that all the way to the max, but I got a simple little confession for you, baby. I ain't hear one single part of that. I ain't even know what song you was playing. I was just trying to jig and keep it going for the ambiance in the meantime. Told you the sound system is crazy out here right now. I apologize to y'all. I'm messing this live up. See, I know this will probably be a better place for you to be able to see everything, but I can't hear from that far apart, so I got to keep the phone close to quarters. And I'm learning, y'all. I'm learning. We're going to work on this and we're going to get it down. Hey, no excuses, I promise. I'm doing that live from the crib. I ain't going to be outside in the elements. See, we learn.
So, I was looking at the video COVID too.
Yeah. It was pretty much about a little mixture of maintaining and quarantining. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of keeping your own head amongst all the nonsense and everything that the world is being polluted with in this meantime. And starting to just kind of question.
Yeah, I was saying that this is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm always swinging for the fences. I figured I had to try something and stuff. I was depressed in the house, and everybody was doing something on the whole COVID situation and everything. My homie Rod used to come over. Shouts to Rod West. He been helping me. He been in there like every day, like helping me build with stuff. He got like a whole bunch of COVID parodies. Like like he had like you know like you gotta hear him like funny white boy. He looked like Walter White and shit, but like a little mini Walter White. But he funny as hell. Like he got them comedic based songs that like he got this song off the Smooth Operator. Instead, it's like flu respirator. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got some little funny stuff. But like stuff like that was motivating. I was like, let me just have fun. Let me play with it and everything. Let me not let the music die down. We all gonna go viral in this sense and everything. If we stuck inside and like you said, we didn't know what it was gonna be. Like we having open mics on Zoom and people having Zoom funerals and crazy stuff like that. I was like, I don't know. And you seeing half of everybody face and everything, they silencing us off and killing our disguise. You mess around, walk right past your best friend and not even recognize him because you only saw half his face at the damn time. Like, you know what I mean? And it was crazy. So it was just giving somebody like, it was like a little bit of rhyming and giving them something with a little bit of a perspective as to the situation that was playing out. Try to give a little social relevance in between.
So, yeah, so I'm about to go to the word anything that you
Okay. I try to walk past the motorcycles. I know it's irritating. One more time for me, baby.
before you jump off, are there any words of encouragement or that you want to give to new up-and-coming artists or any final words you want to say before we wrap it up for tonight?
Yes. I want to thank everybody who tuned in. I want to apologize for all the little misnomers in this. Like I said, I'm a rookie at this stuff. This is why I put the glove affair stuff away for so long, and I ain't did one of those. I got to get more familiar with the camera. In spite of having the name Drew the Picture, I'm actually usually camera shy. That's why you usually see me on stage with the shades on in the first place. But I'm trying to get to know you people, and I'm trying to be social. So if you rock with it, you'll enjoy what you're hearing. You feel like you could contribute, we could build, we could pally, and it's all positive energy. Please get up with me, Drew the Picture. Drew_DA Picture on IG, DrewThePicture.com, Facebook, holler when you holler. And most importantly and everything, thank your lovely host, Think Different TV, episode 22, LaShia Star. Beautiful smile, glad you're still doing it, girl. And you better come out to the next one. I'm gonna come track you down, I'm grabbing you by the fro and everything, and we're gonna just drag you down to the show and stuff. We're gonna let the roots extend on them, you hear me? Love you, girl.
I appreciate you, love you so much, and I will see you around. And we're going to get a few financial tips right after I do my sponsors. But thank you so much again for being with me. And thank you.
Bird, peace.
All right, y'all. So that was our independent artist spotlight, Drew the Picture. I'm so excited that I was able to chat with him, talk with him, get to pick his brain a little bit, know exactly what he got coming up. Like he said, he's gonna be at the fire at Sports and July on June 16th, and it starts at 8. So come on, y'all. Let's get down there and support. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna show my face. Uh, let's see if I can get off for work because crazy, man. Like usually people be trying to do shows on, between Wednesdays and Saturdays, which is normal. But it's days that I usually can't get out because I have to work. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to be there. I do appreciate
all of you for joining on tonight. I just want to go back. Swine Daily, thank you for joining. Sensei Funky Foot, thank you. Much more, thank you so much for joining on. Let me see who else we had on here. Jose, Logic 613, Arson 215. Thank you for joining on. Saint 360, Beloved Latrice, thank you so much. June Cologne, thank you, thank you, thank you. Caddy Kev. And let me see, Miss Vivian. And I just want to make sure I shout out everybody before I jump into this financial tip and jump into actually my sponsors too. So I think I got everybody. Tyrese, thank you. And I think I shouted out Ryan earlier. So real quick, I'm going to jump into my sponsors, because without my sponsors, Think Different TV would not be here. I would not be here hosting this wonderful show for you. So our sponsors are Anointed Ads. Anointed Ads is an award-winning graphic design and website company. 14 years in the making, over 100 websites created. You just know an anointed ad when you see it, because it just pops off the page at you, right? And I've been so blessed to work with this guy. He created the flyer for Think Different TV. He's also helping me develop the website for Think Different TV, because it's a lot of content so far, yo. We got 22 episodes in so far. So I want to have a general area for you to go to see everything. So we are in the works of creating that website for you guys, so you can have the independent artist spotlight on blast, a playlist, also merchandise. I'm working on merchandise, y'all. That's soon to come. All right, and if y'all rock out with me, y'all know I'm gonna have some good stuff for y'all. I'm gonna have some good stuff that y'all can purchase and everything like that. Also, it's gonna have clips from the show, as well as keeping you abreast to the topics that are coming up, and and I'll be able to lay them out way in advance, so y'all already know what the topic is going to be way before the show even hits, and they're done live, so you have some time to marinate, let it sink in, know what topic is going to be discussed, and then you're able to have your say when the live show comes on. Like I said, Anointed Ads, award-winning graphic design website company. Phil is so professional. Like I said, he created the flyer for my show. He also created flyers for me in the past for my business. So when you're ready to get your flyer created for your business or your event or your website created, make sure you hit up Phil at 609-534-0237. And if you want to check out his work, he's right here on IG. He's on Facebook. He has his own website. Here on IG and Facebook is Anointed Ads. That's ANOINTEDADS. And it's the same thing with his website. It's www.anointedads.com. Make sure you hit him up. And when you do, you want to get that project started, you mentioned Think Different TV. Tell him LaShia sent you. And guess what, honey? He's going to take 15% off of that first project for you. So do not waste time. Get that website created. You know what? A lot of you business owners, small businesses with big business energy, that's one of the first steps is getting a website and or even creating a flyer for your business, having that trademark logo for what you do. And y'all already know this. Y'all already know this. And it's great to have someone who would take the time to hear what your vision is for your website and put it and display it in a way that is very pleasing to the eye, that agrees with what you wanted to do. Like, he's very patient and he'll take his time to make sure he creates quality work for you, quality project for you. So hit him up, let him know LaShia sent you. All right. And then we have Euphoria Water. Euphoria Water is The cleanest, healthiest water in Philly. Cleanest, healthiest water in Philly. I gotta say that again. Alkaline water with minerals, no additives, no chemicals. It's not only good, it's good for you. It makes you feel hydrated, refreshed. It is anti-aging, anti-inflammatory, detoxifying, hydrogen-rich, antioxidant, alkalized water. Okay, and if you're gonna hydrate, hydrate the right way. Get this water because I'm telling you, sometimes the worst water comes in the best looking bottles, and we don't know half the stuff we be drinking half the time. All right. But this, I know what exactly I'm putting into my body. I don't have to worry about it being something that's going to be harmful to me. I don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, am I actually hydrating my body? Because sometimes you drink water, right? And it don't necessarily hydrate you because it has stuff in it that takes away from you being hydrated. And in many cases, some of this water that we're sucking down is making us unhealthy. So make sure y'all get your Euphoria water today. Place your order. You can go on Euphoria water right here on IG. That's UPHORIAWATER. I'm going to say that again. UPHORIAWATER. Or you can call Captain directly if you live in the Philadelphia area and you want your water delivered to your door. You can call Captain at 267-707-8279 and place that order today. So I'm going to take a sip. It is now 11:15. I'm going to jump into this financial tip. So not only have I been on a quest to build my own credit, but I do have a son and I want him to have established credit by the time he's age 18. Well, how can this be done, right? Because, no kid can have credit. They can't have, like, there's some people that put bills in their kids' names, which is terrible because half the time that does not, well, most of the time it does not work out. Okay. And then the kids end up having terrible credit by the time they age 18, all because their parent thought that they could put a cable bill or a phone bill or some type of bill in their child's name and not pay it. And now it's looking all crazy. So one thing that I did, and sometimes people, I would say, if you can do this, but also I'm also saying it in a way that, like, I'm a credit restoration person, and I help people repair and fix their credit. So by the time they get to me, the damage has already been done and I'm doing work to reverse it, right? But I rarely get a chance to share something on how to build credit off the bat. When I started getting, my way of establishing credit was having a phone. I had a phone bill. That was my only bill, was my phone bill. And that helped develop credit. And then as I got older, I got credit cards and stuff like that. Now listen, if only I was schooled on how credit cards actually worked, and it was not just like free money, I'd probably be in a better situation right now. But because I was naive and I didn't do the research, and because nobody explained to me how credit actually worked, I made some really dumb decisions in my life, which put my credit score in the toilet, the first few years that I was actually trying to build credit. One way you can help your child not start at zero and have a pretty decent credit score is to add them on as a user on your credit card. It doesn't matter what kind of credit card. It can be an unsecured or secure credit card. I have done it with my secure credit card with Capital One. They ask if you would like to add on someone as an authorized user. What happens is, by me adding him on and paying and keeping on time with my payments and everything like that, he is then able to, when he gets to age 18 and he gets out in the world and he says, I want to build my credit or whatever. Well, first, I'm going to still have the credit card, right? So I already have his credit card ready for him when he's ready. But by that time, I probably would have had renewed it like 3 or 4 times. It depends. Because I got to look at what the expiration date is on it. But he's only 6 now. So that means I have 12 years to build his credit. And that's one of the ways how I will do it. I will make sure that I keep on top of my payments. I don't let this credit card fall by the wayside. I don't close the account because that's going to damage his credit. You get what I'm saying? And it's going to be a long time that I didn't have this credit card. So he's going to come out of the gate with 12 years of credit history. Ain't that something? 12 years of credit history. He got a positive line of credit on his credit report. It's on time. It's not over the utilization. It's doing its thing, and it's building credit for him. So here's the thing, guys. If you have a credit card and you would like to build your child's credit. What's up, Blue Lotus Illumination? Thank you for joining Think Different TV. And you would like to build your child's credit, add them on as a user, right? Keep the card, of course. Keep the card safe and secure, locked away somewhere that they can't get it. Because when the card comes, it does have their name on it, just to let y'all know. But what's up, Buzz Garcia? Thank you for joining Think Different TV. So just know that you need to put that card up when you get it. All right, be careful with that. All right, and then after you do that, just stay on time with your payments. Keep it up. Like I said, he's 6 years old now. By the time he's 18 years old, he will have 12 years of credit history where I've been paying off this card, paying it off, keeping the utilization low. And he will have already a decent looking score coming in. So then when he wants to go and get a car, he don't have to freaking get this crazy interest rate. When he wants to buy a house, he doesn't have to worry about a large down payment because he already has established credit. And that's what I am doing currently to build my child's credit. So if y'all want any more information, feel free to DM me at KS Legacy Building LLC 1. Or you can hit me up here on LaShia Star. Either way, I'm still going to get the message. If you want to book a consultation with me so we can sit down and discuss this, in my bio of this page, there's a link. You click on that link. I think it's even on my KS Legacy Building LLC 1 page. You click that link and it'll say a box that says book your appointment today. It's so we can sit down and discuss your finances, discuss what's going on. If you want to do credit restoration, if you want to get income protection, if you want to purchase home or auto insurance, if you want to get legal protection, get a free will after you get your life insurance policy. There's so many things that I do, all right? So many things that I do. So I would really implore you to check out my site. If there's anything that you need, just hit me up. Just hit me up. It's not that hard. And when you book your appointment, it's through an app called Calendly, which is a black owned app, or should I say an app that was created by an African American. And what it does is it books your appointment. You book your appointment on there, it'll show up on my Google Calendar, and I'm able to see that you booked an appointment with me. and then you get to pick the time. I already set when I'm available, when I'm not available, so it won't conflict with anything. And then we can have your appointment. So definitely hit me up. It is now 11:25 and we are going to wrap this up. I'm going to wrap it up by first thanking everyone who jumped on tonight, who had comments on the social topic, which was if he or she did the bare minimum to get you, all right, is it then fair or reasonable to turn around and expect more from that person? All right. So we did a little bit of a discussion on that. We also talked a little bit about the Texas shooting. You know, once again, my condolences to the families who have lost their children and loved ones in this tragedy. Another thing, we had an amazing independent artist spotlight, drew the pictures. So make sure you go and check him out right here on IG. Check out his YouTube and also check out his website, www.drewthepicture.com. And it's not it's the DA. So drewthepicture.com. Make sure you check him out. And our financial tip for the night, is there another way that you know how to build your child's credit before they become of age to actually use their credit? Let me know. Let me know. All right, y'all. So we're going to wrap this up. Like I said, without our wonderful sponsors, Think Different TV would not be made possible. Think Different TV is here every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, hosted by your girl LaShia, right here in Philly, giving it to you live in person. All right. So I'm going to go and I'm going to tell y'all about these wonderful sponsors that I had that have been rocking out with me. One is Anointed Ads. Anointed Ads is an award-winning graphic design and website company, 14 years in the making, over 100 websites created, including his own www.anointedads.com. You just know an anointed ad because it pops right off the screen at you, okay? Eye-catching designs you cannot deny, all right? And I have been fortunate enough to be able to work with this young man. He's able to create the flyer for my show, Think Different TV, as well as flyers for my financial businesses in the past. All right. So he is no stranger to this. He does this. Okay. He does this. So I'm telling you, go out, make sure you hit him up when you're ready to get your flyer for your event, for your business created. When you're ready to get your website created, hit them up. Let them know, hey, I'm thinking of doing this. You know, what will be the course of action? What will need to take place? But don't forget to mention that LaShia sent you, honey. Because guess what? When you mention Think Different TV, what's going to happen is you're going to get 15% off of your... What is that? Oh. You're going to get 15% off of your first project. All right. So you want to make sure that you do that. All right. And then we have, so that's Anointed Ads, ANOINTEDADS, right here on IG. All right. He's also on Facebook. And then you can check out his website, www.anointedads.com. When you're ready to get your project started, you can also call him at 609-534-0237. All right. And then we have Euphoria Water, which is the cleanest, healthiest water in Philly. Alkaline water with minerals, no chemicals, no additives added, none of that crazy stuff. If you're going to hydrate the right way, get yourself some Euphoria Water today. All right, when you're ready to place that order in, make sure you hit up Euphoria Water right here on IG, UPHORIAWATER. Or you can call Captain if you live in the Philadelphia area and you want that water delivered right to your front door. You can call Captain at 267-707-8279. I'm sorry, I'm going to say that again. 267-707-8279. Place that order today. He delivers gigantic gallons like this to your front door. So you do not want to miss out on getting you the best water around. Like I said, sometimes the worst water comes in the best looking bottles, and sometimes we don't know what we're drinking out here. But I know what I'm getting when I drink this, and it doesn't feel like a chore to drink half of my weight in ounces every day when I'm drinking Euphoria water, because that's what you're supposed to drink. And then right now it is hot outside. You gotta stay super hydrated because you're sweating, you're releasing more water out of your body. So you might want to do a little bit more. All right, add about like 10 more ounces to the already ounces that you have to drink, so you can stay hydrated, honey. Because the sun is no joke. I was out there today. I was out in them streets today. It was a little too hot for me, honey. Like the hot when you feel a little nauseous. Yeah, it was that hot outside. But Euphoria Water has their own promo song done by Medusa Phil 215. So we're gonna close out the show with me playing the Euphoria Water promo song. Here we go. What I want y'all to do, put your girl out here. If you got a job, put it in the air. Yeah, just like that, come out of there. And if you don't, I want you to go over there and get a sip of the medicine. The only thing that quenches my thirst is in my food. The only thing that's in my purse or in my food. You just gotta see the air. Know what you scared of too. Face glow, everybody not tight. Energy let me so elevate height. Energy let me so elevate height. When you sip, you know there's no check. Power guarantee you feel much better. Discrimination, I won't get fake. So with the kick, you have a chip shot. You spin it around for the thing, yeah. You said you can ride, yeah. Raise your bottle, yeah. You coming by a trip with the guy.